life again. My biggest thing with, I've had spouts where I've been heavily dependent on alcohol when I was going through a lot of stress in my life, different things in the military and breakups and whatnot. But my biggest thing on and off, which I thought was, the lesser of two evils of smoking pot. Not that, it's just pot, but it really creeps in your life and takes over if you have an addictive mindset, or if you're just not happy with your certain situation in life. It's that constant thing you can just use as a convenient vice. It'll start with just doing it at nighttime before you go to bed, maybe relax, take the edge off, be able to laugh at some dumb YouTube videos online, to a little bit earlier, right when you get off work, to during work, your lunch break, and do it in the morning. Then you get to where I can't do anything unless I'm high first. I'm going to go to the gym. I got to get high first so I can mentally enjoy it. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm not a fan of Hollywood, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if you want to watch a movie, it's going to make your dopamine levels higher, you're going to enjoy it better. And also, it lowers your inhibition to do certain things you wouldn't normally do. If you're trying to do no fap, and you're trying to, like, abstain from certain vices, like with pornography and stuff like that, when you're high, you're more apt to go look and beat your meat looking at that stuff, because it's going to make it more intense of a feeling. And whatever dopamine spike you have naturally in life, it's like adding an extra layer of dopamine on top of that. But your serotonin receptors, they get worn out, and you just get that hyper use of it, and your body gets to where you just don't enjoy things which you would have found enjoyable unless you're getting high first. And then it just makes you a total fucking deadbeat. And just to do anything, whether it's dishes or just like anything, I was getting to where I couldn't get motivated unless I had to at least get a little high before I could do anything. So another thing that happened was I lost my train of thought. Give me a moment. Make this turn up here. Get to where you can't enjoy things unless you're getting high first. And how it is, like, like on a scale of going through your life, I look at it as like a roller coaster of emotions. When you're getting high, you get that high, but then there's the equal opposite effect of that low feeling afterwards, just flat and low. And then you get high again to get rid of that, and you get that little bump up, but you're not quite as high as you were the first time you smoked that day. And then you get that low afterwards, and it's like you're on this roller coaster. You go up and down, but it's like you're getting a little bit lower and lower each time. And it's just, it's just a downhill spiral of just feeling low, and then you just become a deadbeat, more or less, is what I find. And another thing I found is, like, you lose your edge on stuff too. That, I'm using it to get motivated to do something, to put me in a groove, but at the same time, things that require fast thinking, quick split-second decisions, like martial arts and stuff like that, you lose your edge. It dulls you. You can't think as fast. You lose your attention span on what you're doing sometimes. I don't know about you. There are going to be people who avidly, in the descriptions, probably try to argue with what I'm saying, but I know through time and time again, if I'm painstakingly honest with myself, I know that, like, I'm not the best version of myself. I'm not as present with my friends when we're having conversations. I start zoning off. I start thinking about other shit. I've been in jiu-jitsu class during the lesson, and I'll be there, and like halfway through it, I'm like, what? Well, I totally brain dumped what the hell the instructor was talking about. I'm wasting his time, my time, and I'm just, it's stupid. And like I said, it's just a vice to mask your fucking problems. And I know life is hard. I'm not saying like I understand, I get it. I'm 40. I just put it down like a month and a half ago, you know what I mean? Again, I've stopped before for over a year and a half before. I was in the military for 10 years, and even then I was still doing it on and off, you know. But ultimately what I'm getting at, you know, you can keep masking your problems, or you can just you can find a better way to navigate life. And you know, as far as quitting, it's hard, I get it, but you need a dopamine replacement, something to replace that enjoyment, that fulfillment you got out of weed, but something that's more productive, something that's better for your health. And it might be hard because, you know, I know you've been so depleted of your natural ability to have your dopamine receptors work without it, to where everything's dull and bland and boring. Try something new, something fresh, and just force yourself to do it. Just dive right in. Do something, maybe a challenge. Go take a little road trip to the other side of your state. Go see somewhere new, you know. Take some sword fighting classes. Learn to scuba dive. I'm not saying that these things are going to necessarily cure you from having the urge to do it, you know what I mean? But it's just like, take yourself and find something that will give you a certain level of excitement of something new and fresh. It gives you a natural high. And over time, as your brain resets itself in its own chemicals, you will realize you don't need that crap. You don't need that crap. And it just fills your mind full of muck. It's not the 100% real you. If you're in a relationship with a woman, if you're, like I said, with your friends, your family, you're not 100% there present, you know what I mean? And it's just, you know, just, you don't want to be a freaking wook. You don't want to, like, be a mope. Come on, be sharp. Be the best version of yourself. And, I'll leave it at that. Maybe I give you a little bit of something to have insight on. Maybe you can relate with something I've said. Please leave some comments, and please like and subscribe, and I'll keep content going like this. Thank you. Have a good day.